I've seen the worst people get together in relationships, so if they can make it, then, you know.
By the time you're in your 30s, you have been traumatized by one relationship at least. Hi everyone, my name is Sean.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Kieran.
And welcome to today's episode of the Unfiltered Gay Podcast. So today's episode is going to be about relationships. But I think first things first, what is everyone's relationship status?
Like, single or in a relationship?
Yeah, that's what.
Yes. Okay. I just had to check. Okay, in a relationship.
Same.
How long have you been in a relationship?
4 years.
Yeah, quite long term.
Just a newly born.
How new? Like 1
person.
week?
No, like 5 months.
Yes, for me, my relationship status is single and jaded. Okay, but which is
So
still a
sad.
status. Still a status. Okay, so I think we are all millennials in our 30s, and it's quite common for people by this age to become very jaded
I'm not jaded. I feel quite okay. Jaded about what?
about love
Oh,
and dating.
I'm okay. I feel there's always chance and opportunities for everyone. I've seen the worst people get together in relationships, so if they can make it, then, you know, certainly I can. No, for real.
You are jaded.
Excuse me, you're like a 4 month in.
Oh
okay.
my gosh. No, okay, but I must say, if you are jaded, it's because you are in your 30s and single.
No, one thing I noticed about dating as a 30-ish year old, as a 30-year-old, is that everyone is a lot more guarded now. So the whole
Yes.
process is much slower.
Yes. Slower or faster?
Slower.
Okay.
Because like when you're young, right, you've seen like 21-year-olds get together after like 3 dates. Because I tend to date people who are around my age or older. One thing I noticed is that like you can date for like 6 months and there's no status. Because like everyone is like looking for the one.
No, but I see that as like a young Gen Z idea of a situationship, which has kind of seeped into the millennials in their 30s, and it's very toxic because it goes down to people who are sides. and these people who are non-committal, who don't want to put a label on things because they just want to figure things out and try things out.
No, I don't think it's non-committal because I think by the time you're in your 30s, you have been traumatized by one relationship at least.
Hopefully lah, hopefully.
Okay.
Can I just say that as a person who's attached,
Yeah.
what is very, very annoying is making friends actually with people, because people like are really just finding for the one. You're right, they're just fucking finding for the one all the time, and then sometimes you just want to like make friends and they're like, oh sorry, you already have a status on you, and then you just don't want to make friends at all, and you're just like,
Are you talking about fuck buddies or what? Why are your friends affected by your relationship status?
making friends when you're younger is much easier.
Yes, because everyone is not thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like by this age, everyone is thinking too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think monogamy is possible?
I think every couple should have a choice and must decide as a unit what kind of relationship that they want. So I feel that it is possible if two people think it is.
I think it's possible. I think the question is, can happy monogamous relationships last? Because I know monogamous couples who don't do anything outside the relationship, but they're also very unhappy being together, and you can tell because they tell you separately. But you know, but they're still monogamous because no one wants to talk to each other. But I've also met like a handful of couples who are monogamous still, and appear or at least project that they're happy. So it's whether they're happy or not, which is the main thing for me lah. It's not about monogamy. You can be open and also be very upset, and you can be open but also very happy.
But then to those couples, why then stay together if they are not happy and in a monogamous relationship?
Maybe they've been together for too long.
That means
It's a comfort lah.
they are probably more afraid of change than
Change efforts, or sometimes also maybe you have a lot of assets together that you don't want to go through trouble. Or sometimes it's just, okay, I'm not saying laziness, but in a sense laziness, right? It's like some people who just are not happy with their job, but they just stay on the job, and then every year they complain about the job, but then next year they are still
they
like,
don't change.
you know, so it's probably like that lah.
a lot of Singaporeans are like
If you're going to have sex with someone and you find out they're in a relationship, but they're cheating, it's not open, will you go on to do it?
for me it's a no. because I find it difficult to be an accomplice in like this whole act. And it will get messy because somehow the truth always gets out. And when it does, you become dragged into like drama.
Okay, in that case, if you are the person that is the accomplice, do you think you're cheating?
You're not cheating.
You're not cheating,
you
right?
You are involved in like
You're just
someone's act of cheating.
So I feel like in that situation, let's say if there are no feelings involved, then obviously I wouldn't carry on. But if there are feelings involved, I don't see it as me, because I think responsibility not to cheat is on the other guy. But I do feel like you'll get a lot back karma.
But would I continue? I don't know. It's a very grey moral compass for me.
So on average, how often do you think gay couples have sex?
I don't know. Like for me, I would just think that it's one weekly.
I think it depends on like what phase of your relationship you are in.
So during the honeymoon period,
it could be daily, I feel.
Or every other day.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Or more than once a day, once a week at least. So I feel like I think it's very dependent on who and I mean what their vibe is and how they view sex.
And also I feel another factor which you don't think about other than age is like if you have nothing better to do. Honestly, like I feel that people who are really, really busy or like stuck in really like high demanding jobs, just generally have less sex. Because you're just stuck in the office like half the time, right? But if you are literally fun employed and at home all the time, then there's a lot more avenue and time for you to do what you want.
But on that note, how long do you think on average before sex between a couple becomes stale?
1 hour.
No.
3-4 years? 2-3 years?
I was gonna say like 1 year.
Oh.
No, but I mean it depends on like what you are experimenting, what you are exploring in your own relationship. But generally, if you are like having sex a lot in the first year, then after 1 year you will be like, oh, okay, I cannot eat chicken rice for the whole year, right?
What?
Let's say when that happens, would you tell your partner that you feel like we need to spice things up? You should.
We should always have honest and open conversations with our partners. Do you think otherwise? So you will keep it to yourself.
I think it depends on the dynamic. Because I feel like some guys can get very offended. Because what if you find it stale but the other party does not? Unless it's very obvious that it has come to a point where like both of you find it stale.
That's a fair point.
But I think it's quite unlikely that both of you will find it stale at the same time, right? Naturally, one of you will get bored faster.
I mean, if you really think about it in a very logical train of thought, it's just that it's not unsurprising lah, because it's just that people evolve over time. Your likes or dislikes, your body types, your kinks, whatever it is, will also evolve. So, if you just take it in stride and be like, hey, maybe someone just likes something different or a different kind of body type or just whatever it is, then you just come to accept it, and then maybe the next step is to see how you can actually try to like fit your lifestyle to that.
No, but to me, I feel like it's very important, firstly, to be open about how you feel, because that actually dictates whether or not you are on the same frequency as your partner. So you guys might feel like you might feel like it could be stale at the same time because you are always talking about it together and figuring out if you are still in sync. So that part, like at least in my experience, it was never a case of like someone getting stale or getting bored first. It's always a shared process.
Okay, everyone, we've reached the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode about relationships. And if you want to watch the full uncut version, please head over to Dear Straight People's Patreon page, where we will publish all the very, very unfiltered stuff. Before you leave, please remember to like,
share,
and subscribe.
Bye.